Hoxie, they have not played before. Trigo, they have played once before and were able to come away with the victory. So the Panthers, and it'll be Panthers and Hoxie starting off. Then it'll be Hoxie and Trigo. Then Phillipsburg and Trigo will be the night camp. Again, this is Cancer Month here, so this is a cancer kill night here, as they will keep track of the kills, I believe, in the match between Phillipsburg and Trigo here tonight. So both teams are off the court now. They had their final warm-ups. They're getting their final messages from their coaching staff, and we should be ready to go before too much longer. We do want to make some announcements for some things coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Stockton football game will kick off at 6 o'clock. Homecoming activities will be at 5:30. Smith Center and Sacred Heart game at Smith Center will kick off at 4:30 tomorrow. Kickoff is at 4:30, Smith Center and Sacred Heart. Phillipsburg and Ellsworth game tomorrow has been moved up to 6 o'clock. So Phillipsburg and Ellsworth kickoff time will be at 6 o'clock. Well, I'll try to take the air about 5:30 with pregame. So those are some of the things coming up, some of the things moving around because of weather for tomorrow. We also got a report that Beloit and Scott City were playing football today, or tonight maybe, and we'll see if later on in that second match of the Panthers will have a score from Beloit, because a lot of weather going on. Supposedly get some thunderstorms tomorrow, and I think the big fear is the lightning tomorrow, so that's what they're trying to move things up and avoid some of that lightning and some delays. So it looks like the Panthers and the Indians are ready to go. Hoxie will start serving here to start this match. The serve comes across. Snyder gets it to Wells. Wells gets it to Babcock. Babcock off the block. Hits the antenna. Point for the Panthers. So the Panthers get point number one here. Starting off as Kristen Wells is back in action tonight. She missed out of Colby due to some illness. Now Lexi Wood comes in. Babcock sits down for the Panthers. And Wood will go back to serve. So she gets the whistle. Her serve comes across. Passed up forward. They set the ball on the backside. Backside hit, partially blocked. Jacobs is there. Now the bump set goes up, and Beach hits it down and in. Point for the Panthers. 2-0. Phillipsburg on top here early in set number one. Lady Panthers in their pink uniforms for cancer awareness. Woods again with the serve. Comes across, picked up nicely by Hoxie in a bump set. Now just free to cross. Beach is there. Now Wells back set to Jacobs. Jacobs goes up, hits it, picked up off the block, bump forward, and blocked at the net. Back on the Panther side, blocked back over, and the Panthers win the battle of the net. And it's now 3-0. Phillipsburg on top here early in set number one. Panthers back to serve. Wood will continue to serve. Her serve, high floater, comes across, passed up, set to the outside, and now nobody reacts to it. And it's now 4-0. Panthers on top here over Hoxie in set number one. Again, Wood with a good short serve. This time comes across, gives it over. Snyder gets it. Now Wells sets it to Snyder. Snyder tips it over and finds the open hole. And it's 5-0. Hoxie wants a timeout. So, Panthers up. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Panther Volleyball here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
The offices of Mapes and Miller CPAs in Phillipsburg and in
Thank you for watching tonight's PTV broadcast of Panther Volleyball. Please help us to continue to put on these broadcasts of Panther sports by sending donations to Panther Television, Phillipsburg High School, 410 South 7th Street, Phillipsburg, Kansas 67661. Go Panthers!
Favorite streaming device like Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, or Android. Plus, save almost $20 per month with Nextech TV Now with free HD, free DVR, and free replay TV, so you can watch shows from up to a week ago or start a movie that's already playing. For free features you're going to love and savings you won't believe, visit nextech.com/TV Now.
Welcome back, everyone. We're back here at Chuck Newland Gym here as Hoxie has gotten on the board. It's now a 5-1 Panther lead, and Hoxie will go back to serve. The serve from the Indians comes across, picked up nicely. Now Wells back sets to Jacobs. Jacobs rolls it across, picked up in the back roll. Now bump set to the middle, and it is rolled across, blocked at the net, and it's a point for the Panthers. 6-1. Panthers on top here early in set number 1. Now substitutions for Panthers. Jacobs comes out, Keaton comes in, Kenny will come in, and Wells will sit down. Going back to serve will be Keaton for the Panthers. Her jump serve comes across. Passed up nicely. Now the bump set goes to the outside. Ball's hit. And Wood can't get it. And it's a point for Hoxie. 6-2. Panthers lead here in set number 1. The serve comes across. Out the back. Long point for the Panthers. And it's 7-2. Panthers on top here early in set number 1. Beach serves it right back out the side, and it's a point for Hoxie. 7-3. Panthers lead by 4 here in set number 1. Snyder gets it to Keaton. Back to Snyder. Snyder rolls across. It's partially blocked, and Hoxie can't come up with it. And it's 8-3. Panthers lead by 5 here in set number 1. Now Babcock comes back in, and Wood will sit down for the Panthers. Panthers coming with a record of 20-7 on the year. Snyder with a good short serve. Pass close to the net. Set to the outside. Ball is partially tipped, but it falls on the Panthers side. And now it's 8-4. Panthers lead again by 4. Soliday comes in. Beach comes out. Hoover will come in, and Pockelberg will sit out for the Panthers. Serve by Hoxie comes across. Snyder gets it to Keaton. Keaton backs it to Babcock. Babcock hits it. Tipped, and it's a point for the Panthers. Now 9-4. Panthers leading here in set number 1. Jacobs back in. Wells back in. Kenny and Keaton sit down for the Panthers. Wells go back to serve here in set number 1. Serve comes across. Pass forward, close to net. Ball set to the outside. Blocked back onto Hoxie's side. Now the set goes across the front and partially blocked again. Snyder is there for the Panthers. Now Keaton goes outside to Babcock. Babcock hits it down and in. And it's 10-4. Panthers on top here early in set number 1. Wells again continues to serve. Serve comes across. Pass gets up. Set far to the outside. Hit out. Not touched by the Panthers. And it's now 11-4. Panthers lead by 7 here in set number 1. Wells again with the hard serve. Passed up. Set to the close to net. It's tipped over. Wells is there. Now Panthers have to free it across. Hoxie on the attack. Set goes to the backside. Ball is hit. And it is out. Point for the Panthers. And it's 12-4. Panthers leading here by 8 here in set number 1. Wells again with the serve. A high floater. Passed up nicely to the center. Again, the back set. This time, Soliday can't handle it. And it's a point for Hoxie. 12-5. Panthers on top here in set number 1. So, Hoxie Indians will be back to serve. Serve comes across. High floater. Soliday gets it to Wells. Wells gives it. And it's slapped across by Hoover. Now, Hoxie on the attack. Ball goes to the outside. Partially blocked. Babcock pops it up. The bump set goes back to Jacobs. Jacobs hits it out. And it's a point for Hoxie. 12-6. Panthers still lead by 6. Serve comes across. Soliday gets it right to Wells. Wells goes back to Babcock. Babcock gets it down. Picked up nicely. Shot to the outside. Ball is blocked. It stays on Hoxie's side. A lift called. And it's a point for Panthers. 13-7. Panthers lead by 7. Now Beach comes in. Hoover comes out. And Soliday will go back to serve. Soliday with the long serve. And it's not handled. 14-6. Another timeout called by Hoxie. So we're back after this timeout. You're listening to Panther Volleyball here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
No one knows farming and ranching better than Farm Bureau Financial
Thank you for
Services.
watching tonight's PTV
After all,
broadcast
our
of Panther
companies were
Volleyball.
founded
Please
more
help
than
us to continue to
77
put on
years
these
ago
broadcasts
to
of Panther
serve the
sports
unique
by sending
needs of
donations to
farmers
Panther
and
Television,
ranchers.
Phillipsburg
Today,
High
we're the
School,
number one
410
farm
South
insurance
7th Street,
in our
Phillipsburg,
territory.
Kansas,
Delivering
67661.
insurance for
Go
agriculture.
Panthers!
Farm Bureau agent Shane Kinter in Phillipsburg can help you get customized, comprehensive coverage that meets your needs. Call Shane Kinter in Phillipsburg and schedule your personalized on-site super check today. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Welcome back, everyone, to Chuck New and Jim here in Phillipsburg as the Panthers and the Indians doing battle. Solid serve comes across. Pass forward. Set goes to the near side. Partially blocked. Panthers can't come up with this one as it gets through the block. And it's now 14-7. Panthers leading it over the Hoxie Indians by 7 here in set number 1. Hoxie will be back to serve here. Serve comes across. Snyder played it. Now the Panthers have to free it across. Hoxie on the attack. Ball bumped up to the front. Hit down and out. Point for the Panthers. So it's now 15-7. Panthers on top here in set number 1. Now back to serve for the Panthers will be Wood. Her serve comes across. Ball's passed up close to net. Ball's hit way out the back. And now it's a point. 16-7. Panthers now lead it by 9 here in set number 1. Serve comes across, catches the net, comes over on Hoxie's side. Now they set the ball up. It's tipped across. Wells is there now. Back set to Snyder. Snyder blocked, popped up. Now the ball shot across by the Panthers. Now Hoxie on the attack. Ball is close and not too close to net. And it's now 17-7. Panthers leading it by 10 here in set number 1. The serve by Wood comes across. Pass up forward nicely. Now the bump set goes to the near side. And it's just shot across. And it's not over the net at all. And it's 18-7. Panthers up by 11 here in set number 1. Again, Wood with the hard serve catches the net. Popped up, and the bump set will be freed across. Panthers with the ball. Wood gets it to Wells, partially blocked. Now, Hoxie on the attack. Ball is hit. Oh, and the Panthers don't react to it. And it's now 18-8. Panthers leading it by 10 here in set number 1. Serve comes across. Now, Panthers set it outside. Snyder, partially blocked, picked up by the Indians. Bumped up and now shot across. Panthers are there. Soliday to Wells. Back to Jacob. Jacob hits it across and out. Point for Hoxie. 18-9 now. Panthers lead by 9. Now Hoxie again back to serve. Serve comes across. Soliday gets it. Wells leaves it to Beach. Beach hits it out the back. And now it's 18-10. Panthers lead is down to 11. After being up, or down to 8 after being up by 11. Serve again comes across. Soliday gets it to Wells. Wells back set. Now hits across. Picked up in the back row. Now hit across. Wood is there for the Panthers. Wells back set. Nobody gets it. Snyder gets it to Hoxie. Hoxie now on the attack. But this time blocked. Blocked in. Point for the Panthers. 19-10. The Panthers get the big block up there. And now get a point here. Leading again now by 9. Jacobs and Wells come out. Kenny and Keaton come in for the Panthers. Keaton with the jump serve. Comes across. Picked up in the back row. Ball set. Now the outside. Ball's blocked again by Beach. And it's 20-10. Panthers double up the Indians once again. Keaton continues to serve. Her jump serve this time comes across and not handled. It's now 21-10. Panthers back on top by 11 here. Keaton again with the serve. Passed up nicely to the center. Now they go to the far outside. That's a just. Wood is there for the Panthers. Now the set goes to Beach. Beach hits it out the back. And it's 21-11. Panthers leading it by 10 here. Panthers 4 points away from winning set number 1. Served by the Indians. Comes across. Soliday pops it up. The bump set goes, and now nobody reacts to it. And it's now 21-12. Again, Hoxie with the serve, this time into the net, and it's 22-12. Panthers continue to lead by 10 here against the Indians. Now Beach will go back to serve. Soliday sets down. Hoover is into the ball game for the Panthers. In the serve by Beach is out. So the Panthers lead 22-13. Serve comes across and out the back. Point right back for the Panthers. 23-13. Panthers leading it. Now Babcock will come back in. Wood will sit down for the Panthers. And Snyder will go back to serve. Panthers 2 points away from taking set number 1 from the Indians. Serve comes across. Bumped up by Hoxie. Set towards the net. Punched over. Panthers are there. Now Snyder sets it out to Babcock. Babcock hits it. Picked up in the back row by the Indians. The bump set goes. Back row attack is hit across. Soliday gets it right to Keaton. Keaton again sets it to Babcock. Babcock this time hits it. And it's a point for the Panthers. The Panthers setting at 24-13 here in set number 1. Now Snyder with the serve. Catches the net. Point for Hoxie. 24-14. Panthers lead is still 10. Hoxie will go back to serve. Panthers 1 point from winning set number 1. Serve comes across. Soliday gets it to Keaton. Keaton sets Hoover, and Hoover has a block, but goes out of bounds. Point for the Panthers, and that's set number 1. Panthers take it by the score of 25-14 over the Hoxie Indians. We'll be back with second set action here as the Panthers trying up their record to 21-7 against Hoxie. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Panther Volleyball here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
You're listening to Lady Panther
Thank you
Volleyball,
for watching
brought to you in
tonight's
part by
PTV
Nathan
broadcast
Miller,
of Panther
LLP,
Volleyball.
one of the region's
Please help
largest
us to
full-service
continue to
accounting
put on these
firms.
broadcasts
Nathan
of
Miller
Panther
provides
Sports
many
by
services,
sending
including
donations to
bookkeeping,
Panther
auditing,
Television,
payroll,
Phillipsburg High School,
tax
410
returns.
South
CPAs
7th
in
Street,
Phillipsburg
Phillipsburg,
have over
Kansas
75 years of combined experience
67661.
helping you with
Go
personalized
Panthers!
service in individual and corporate accounting. At Mapes & Miller, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. Mapes & Miller, LLP. Call us in Phillipsburg at 785-543-6561.
Things happen. We hope you live a long, long time. But if you have people counting on you, you need a backup plan. Life insurance from your independent agent. Plans vary, and so do benefits. Your independent agents will work to make sure you have just the coverage you need at the best price you can find. For life insurance you can bet your life on, call us. Rogers & Associates Insurance, because things happen. Things happen.
Nextech provides brilliant business intelligence. That means if your network goes down or computer quits, you won't have to panic. Cyber attack, data breach, rest easy. Nextech can be your IT manager, your cybersecurity expert, your data storage system, and your hacker defense system. The list goes on and on. We defend, monitor, and respond to issues around the clock, 24/7. So you can be the expert at your business while Nextech protects it. Nextech, phenomenal business solutions.
No one knows farming and ranching better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. After all, our companies were founded more than 77 years ago to serve the unique needs of farmers and ranchers. Today, we're the #1 farm insurer in our territory, delivering smarter insurance for agriculture. Farm Bureau agent Shane Kinter in Phillipsburg can help you get customized, comprehensive coverage that meets your needs. Call Shane Kinter in Phillipsburg and schedule your personalized on-site super check today. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Welcome back, everyone, to Chuck Moon Gym here in Phillipsburg as the Panthers are about ready to start second set action against the Hoxie Indians. Panthers were victorious in that first set by the score of 25-14 as the Panthers got out to a nice jump here, and they led it from start to finish over the Hoxie Indians. But now, can they continue that roll here as Soliday goes back to serve. Her serve comes across. The ball's passed forward. The set goes to the backside. The ball is hit. Snyder picks it up for the Panthers. Now, ball set to Jacobs. Jacobs hits it. Pops up back over. And now, back set to Babcock. Babcock rolls it over into the hole. Point for the Panthers, and it's 1-0. Panthers on top. So the Panthers start up. Set number 2. Ahead 1-0. Soliday will continue to serve for the Panthers. Serve comes across. Popped up. Bump set to the front near side. Ball is hit. Never gets over the net. Now the Panthers have it. And Beach goes up and hits it. Tip. And it's a point for the Panthers. 2-0. Panthers on top here in set number 2. Soliday continues to serve for the Panthers. Serve again. Comes across. And it's passed around, and now will be free to cross. Panthers with the ball. Now, they set it to Jacobs. Jacobs hits it down the center, and it's in. Point for the Panthers, and it's 3-0. Panthers on top here early in set number 2. Soliday again with the serve. Ball's passed up. Set goes to the middle. Now it was hit way out the back. And the Panthers did it 4-0 in favor of Phillipsburg. Phillipsburg playing well right now. Hoxie's is out of sync, having trouble getting anything going here. Soliday again with the flat serve. Ball's passed up nicely. Now they set it right in the middle. Ball is hit and out. Point for the Panthers, and it's 5-0. Panthers on top again with the good start here in set number 2. Again, Soliday with a good serve. And Hoxie will free it across. Panthers with the ball. Soliday to Wells, to Babcock, who slaps it across, picked up by the Indians. Now they set the ball in the middle, and they roll it across. Snyder is there for the Panthers. Now the ball set to Jacobs. Jacobs hits it off the block, picked up nicely by the Indians. Now the back set goes out, and the ball is tipped, and Snyder can't handle it, and Hoxie's on the board. 5-1, Panthers lead here in set number 2. Hoxie with the serve. Ball comes across. Soliday gets it to Wells. Wells leaves it for Beach. Beach hits it. Stays on Hoxie's side. Point for the Panthers. 6-1. Panthers now lead it. Wood comes in. Babcock sets down for the Panthers. And Wood will be back to serve for the Panthers. Wood with the serve. Ball comes across. Passed up nicely. Now the bump set goes in the middle. Ball is hit. Blocked by Beach. And it's 6-1. As Beach got that one all by herself. It's 7-1. Timeout by Hoxie. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Panther Volleyball here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
You're listening to Lady Panther Volleyball, brought to you in part by Mapes.
Thank you for watching tonight's PTV broadcast of Panther Volleyball. Please help us to continue to put on these broadcasts of Panther sports by sending donations to Panther Television, Phillipsburg High School, 410 South 7th Street, Phillipsburg, Kansas 67661. Go Panthers!
At Mapes & Miller, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. Mapes & Miller, LLP. Call us in Phillipsburg at 785-543-6561.
Welcome back, everyone, to Chuck Moon Gym here in Phillipsburg as the Panthers involved against volleyball action against Hoxie Indians. The Hoxie Indians are ranked in their state class as the Panthers won the first set 25-14. They lead set number 2, 7-1, and Wood is back to serve. Again, Wood with the serve, goes out the back, and it's a point for Hoxie. 7-2. Panthers lead is 5 here in set number 2. So the Indians will see if they can get something started here. As the serve comes across, Wood gets it. It goes over, and it's dug up, and now it's on Hoxie's side. Ball is hit. Now the ball is lift called on the Panthers as two Panther girls collided. It's 7-3. Panthers now lead by 4. Serve comes across. Wood gets it. Now they set outside to Snyder. Snyder hits it off the Wood. Picked up by the Indians. Set to the outside. Ball is hit. Out. Point for the Panthers. 8-3. Panthers leading it again by 5. Now Keaton comes in for Jacobs. And McDonald will come in for Wells. So Keaton with the jump serve. Comes across. Picked up by the Indians. Set to the near side. Ball is hit. Solid is there for the Panthers. Keaton gets it outside to McDonald. McDonald just in. Hits it. Picked up by the Indians. Bump set. And now free to cross. McDonald is there for the Panthers. Keaton again goes to McDonald. McDonald rolls one across. Indians with the ball. They set it to the near side. Ball is hit. And Wood can't come up with the ball. And it's 8-4. Panthers leading by 4 here in set number 2. Serve by the Indians. Comes across. Picked up by Schneider. Now McDonald hits it across. And down and in. And it's 9-4. Panthers lead again by 5. Now Pockelbear comes in. Oh, now the Panthers get their substitutions done. And Beach will go back to serve. Beach's serve comes across. Picked up nicely by the Indians. The back set is. Ball is hit. Out. And it's a point for the Panthers. 10-4. Panthers leading it by 6 here in set number 2. And Beach will continue to serve here in set number 2. Short serve. Ball's back over. Keaton has it. Now Snyder bumps it out to McDonald. McDonald hits it off the block. Point for the Panthers. So the Panthers again get the point, and it's 11-4. Beach again continues to serve. This time she serves it hard. Picked up in the back row by the Indians. They set it to the near side. Ball's hit in the net, and it's 12-4. Panthers open up an 8-point lead here in set number 2. Beach, one of the 3 seniors that will be honored here senior night, gets the ball across. The bump set is to the back row. Back row's hit, blocked, and popped up and feed over. Indians have it. Nice block in the adjustment now. Ball hit, blocked again by the Panthers. Now the Indians again attacking. Ball stays on the Indian side, and it's 13-4. Panthers get the point after 2 great blocks by the Panthers, and they keep digging and fighting. Beach again with the serve. Ball comes across. Pass forward. Now the set to the backside. Ball's hit. Snyder and Wood almost comes up with it, but can't quite get it. And it's a point for the Indians. 13-5. Panthers on top here in set number 2. Hoxie will be back to serve. Serve comes across. Beach gets it to Keaton. To go outside to Hoover. Hoover is blocked. Popped it back up. And it stays on the Panther side. And it's 13-6. So Hoxie scores 2 points in a row. Hoxie now back serving. And Beach can't handle it. It's 13-7. Hoxie has scored 3 straight. Trying to get back into the set. Again, Beach gets it to Keaton. Now they set to Snyder. Snyder hits it off the block, picked up by the Indians. Now they set the ball in the middle. Ball's blocked back, and Panthers get the point. Hoover and Snyder there. It's 14-7. Panthers' big block is just really affecting how the Indians attack. Now Babcock comes in. Wood sets down, and Snyder will be back to serve. Snyder with the serve. Ball comes across. The Indians send it to the near side. Ball's blocked again by the Panthers. Hoover and McDonald are there for the block, and it's 15-7. Panthers pulling away here in set number 2. Now lead it by 8. So Snyder will continue to serve for the Panthers. A high short floater picked up, and now not free to cross. Babcock gets it to Keaton. Keaton back to Babcock. Babcock hits it down and in, and it's 16-7. Panthers lead by 9. So the Panthers playing extremely well, and Hoxie still trying to find their steps here. Schneider again with the serve. Popped up by the Indians. The bump set goes to the middle. Ball is hit way out the back, and it's 17-7. Timeout called by Hoxie. We're back at this timeout. You're listening to Panther Volleyball here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Things happen. Seat belts, crash helmet, body armor, check.
Gee, hun, we're just going.
Thank you for watching tonight's PTV broadcast of Panther Volleyball. Please help us to continue to put on these broadcasts of Panther sports by sending donations to Panther Television, Phillipsburg High School, 410 South 7th Street, Phillipsburg, Kansas 67661. Go Panthers!
Associates Insurance, because things happen.
Things happen.
Welcome back, everyone. Back here at Chuck Newland Gym here in Phillipsburg, as the Panthers leading the Hoxie Indians in the second set by the score of 17-7. They cruised to the victory in the first set and won that one 25-14. So the Hoxie Indians have got to get something figured out if they want to make a run here at the Panthers. The Panthers playing really well at this point. Snyder will continue to serve. Her serve, a high floater. Passed up nicely, set to the outside, and now tipped across. Keaton gets it. Now Janice Hoover sets it to Babcock. Babcock rolls it across, picked up by the Indians. Now the Indians set again to the outside. This time tipped across. Ball is picked up, and Hoover fights, and it's now slapped across, and that's going to be called a lift on Babcock. Point for the Indians. 17-8. Panthers still leading it here in set number 2. Serve comes across, and popped up, and saved by Keaton. Indians now on the attack. They bump it up high and free the ball across. Beach hits it. Snyder gets it, and now Babcock will free it across. Indians have the ball. It's passed close to the net. Now the back set. Ball is partially blocked. Picked up by the Panthers. Now set to Babcock. Babcock hits it off the block. Picked up by the Indians. Bumped up, and now freed across. Beach is there. Keaton to Hoover. Hoover slaps it in the hole. Picked up now. Keaton again gets it. McDonald sets it out to Babcock. Babcock rolls it across. Picked up by the Indians. Bumped up by Hoxie. They shoot the ball across and into the hole. Hoxie gets the point. 17-9. That was a big rally. Both teams going at it. So, Panthers lead is still 8. The serve by Hoxie comes across. Beach gets it. The bump set by Keaton. Hoover goes up, hits it. Picked up in the back row now. Hoxie sets to the outside. Ball's blocked. Picked up by the Indians. Set close to the outside. Tipped across. Beach gets it. Keaton goes outside to Babcock. Babcock hits it down and in. Point for the Panthers. 19-9, or is it 18-9? Must be 18-9. Panthers leading it again by 9. Now, Wells comes in. McDonald comes out. Kenny comes in, and Beach will come out. Wells will go back to serve for the Panthers. Wells with the serve. Picked up nicely by Hoxie. They set it right again to the outside. Hit out the back. Point for the Panthers. And it's 19-9. Panthers. Lead is now 10. Wells again with the hard serve. Picked up by the Indians. They back set it to the far side. Shot across. Soliday gets it to Wells. Wells gets it to Jacob. Jacob has it blocked, but it falls on Hoxie's side. And it's 20-19, or 20-9. Panthers by 11. Again, Wells continues to serve. Her serve comes across. Passed up nicely by the Indians. Now they set the ball right in the middle. Ball is partially blocked. It stays on Hoxie's side, and it's 21-9. Panthers 4 points away from taking 2 straight sets from the very talented Hoxie Indians. Again, Wells with the good serve. Ball's passed up. Bumped to the near side. Ball's blocked again by the Panthers, and again Hoxie can't come up with it. 22-9. Panthers cruising here in set number 2. So the Panthers 3 points away from really taking it and running hard. The serve comes across by Wells. Ball is tipped up, and now the ball will be bumped forward and hit. Oh, Soliday couldn't handle it. and it's a point for Hoxie, 22-10. Panthers lead by 12. Now they say so they take the point away from Hoxie and give it to the Panthers. 23-9. Panthers on the scoreboard lead it. So Wells will continue to serve. Ball's passed forward by Hoxie. They back set it. Ball's tipped. Jacob gets it. Now the back set to Babcock. Babcock loads up, hits it, and just out the back. Point for Hoxie, and it's 23-10. Panther lead is 13. Substitution by the Indians. Trying to get something going here. Hoxie will be back to serve. Serve comes across. Jacobs can't handle it. And it's 23-11. Panthers still lead it big here in set number 2. Panthers just need 2 points away to close out the Hoxie Indians. Serve again comes across. Jacobs pops it up. Now the back set to Hoover. Hoover hits it hard, picked up in the back row. Going to be run down and freed across. Panthers with the ball. Kenny gets it to Wells. Wells goes to Babcock. Babcock off the block, popped up by the Panthers and hits the antenna. Point for Hoxie. 23-12. Panthers still just needing 2 points to end this set and win the match. Serve comes across. Jacobs gets it. Now it's over on the Hoxie side and popped up by the Indians and rolled across. 4 hits called on Hoxie. So the Panthers get the point, and it's now 24-12. Sonny back to serve. Her serve comes across, popped up, and shut down, and then it's it. That's it. Panthers take care of Hoxie easily here in 2 sets, 25-14 and 25-12, and the Panthers look very good in winning in 2 straight sets. We'll see if we can get a word from Coach Keaton, as I think she would be happy as Hoxie is disposed of by the scores of 25-14, 25-12. Send it back to the station. We'll be back with an interview with head coach Tara Keaton as you're listening to Panther Volleyball here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Introducing TV Now from Nextech. Now you can enjoy your TV without the hassle of cable